Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. I just wanted to do a quick video, because it seems as though people were upset about the EZAs. Now, just right out of the gate, I just want to say, I mean, Orange Piccolo is maybe the greatest unit of all time. He's up there. This guy is in the discussion for the best character we've ever seen. Like, if you want to say he's number one, I think that's just so valid, right? I would probably go for STR Beast Gohan myself, but this guy makes a ton of sense. Like, it's a, like, I don't know, I don't want to say acceptable opinion, like I'm a dick for saying that, which I am, but I will say it is an acceptable opinion. So people's expectations for the EZAs are going to be massive. I do think that it's just like popular characters are going to get EZAs, and I mean, it's just, unless they're anniversary Dokkan Fests, it's, you know, 99 out of 100, like, they could be good or something like that, but they're not gonna really have, like, the same role of, like, dominance all the time. Like, I could think of a character, AGL Kid Gohan, at this exact moment. He is so good, and he feels like he really has almost a completely similar role as to what he had previously, back when he first came out. But, like, this guy dies nonstop. This guy dies once a video. Like, this guy will die. But he's just so good. Like, what he's bringing to the table is just so good. Like, of course I'm going to run him. I do think it's probably going to be the same thing with Ultimate Gohan and Orange Piccolo as well. Where I think what they're going to be bringing to the table is just going to be so good. It's like, yeah, I'm always going to run them. But, you know, maybe they could have some holes. Like, listen, the Bio Broly fight, too. Like, yeah, I guess more conversation about the Bio Broly fight. I think the Bio Broly fight is fine. Like, I actually don't have a problem with it. It could be a sign of bad shit to come, though, if they go way far past this. The thing that's been so good about Dokkan this year, maybe some people would disagree, and they say, no, like, Carnival Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta should be invincible in every single fight. And, like, such a popular character. And it's like, okay, like, I could actually understand that. But Dokkan has set up a good environment of many different difficult types of fights where there's different strengths in each fight. In this fight, you pretty much have to be dodging. There are some, you know, specific turns. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with the Dragon Fist up can tank, right? In Future Gohan, his first turn can tank, right? Like, there are characters who could do it, but this is a dodge fight. The point here is you need to be dodging Bio Broly. And you want to know what the funny thing is? That's kind of like the thing with Trunks and Goten very often. Very often, Trunks and Goten characters in Dokkan are dodging characters, guys. But is dodge, like, the strongest mechanic in the game? Oh my god, if you're a dodge character, you're number one. No, not at all. Because maybe the hardest fight, the actual hardest fight in the game, which people don't talk about much because of how fucking toxic it is. This guy, guess what? You can't dodge. You cannot dodge. He seals a character instantly. He stuns a character in slot 1. He does multiple AoEs. This is probably the hardest fight in the game. Tamagami 1. It's just because this is the fight with maximum BS, right? And it's like a character like Gamma 2 and Orange Piccolo. They are nigh unrunnable in there. Like, you literally just can't even use them. The only way you could use this character pretty much is, like, they show up and then, like, Future Gohan is reviving on that turn or something like that, right? Like, it's like, it just doesn't work. Dokkan has set up these fights. Broly as well. Broly is another fight. Can't dodge in here, right? There's no dodging allowed against this guy. You have to kill him before he kills you, is what this Broly is. There's, of course, the Goku Black and Zamasu fight, right? The demon right here, right? Like this guy is ridiculous, but this is a fight where there's a lot of dodging that we want to use. Then there's the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight, where you can't run from this Gohan. You can't dodge him unless you use him Blue Vegito, right? So they have set up a good situation for the game where, like, okay, I know what's going to happen is people are going to run Orange Piccolo and Gohan, and they're going to get, like, killed by Bio Broly, and then people are going to start fucking crying. And it's like, well, sure, I get it. You'd love them to just sweep the entire game like Piccolo was when he first came out. But remember, this fight, this is a dodge fight, right? Like, Piccolo is going to be fine in here. Like, you know, we could take advantage of his support capabilities. I think in, like, slot 2 or slot 3. Turn 1, he could probably eat Bio Broly's super anyway. I mean, we'll see how it's going to look, but I think people do have to adapt to the fact that right now, I would argue Dokkan, with their difficult content, is in probably their best place ever. All right, chat. So let's just see what some of the people are saying, because I saw this where a lot of people were upset. Yeah, so here's Minato. Piccolo can't tank 23 million super for double digits. Characters who could do stuff like that would be, anniversary headliners. Carnival, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Omega Shenron, right? Like, those are the characters able to do this. Now, maybe Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the way he's structured, he could still work in here, but he's not perfectly designed for this. The place, in my opinion, where you truly see the just pure greatness of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is this fight. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has done special things against this Gohan. And I think that's something that a lot of people just can't really grasp their brains around. Is that just, like, we really, like, again, some people would probably say, I don't like matchup-based content for these, the big-time characters. I can understand that. Personally, I think it's fine. As long as they're doing what they've done here, which is these fights aren't samey. Like, Tamagami 1 and Broly do not feel like similar fights. And, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks does not feel like a similar fight to Goku, Black, and Zamasu. Dokkan, I made a tweet about this, and I did see a couple of quotes of people calling me an idiot, but, I think it is true that Dokkan is doing a solid job of putting an environment of, like, very difficult fights that cater to different characters' strengths and weaknesses. And I look at the way these characters' kits are, and several of these fights, they're going to be good in, but, maybe Bio Broly, I think probably both Gohan and Piccolo probably will be fine in Bio Broly, just obviously not in slot 1, but we'll see. We'll see. Piccolo, they held back. It'll be easier for me to pound my fist on the table and talk about some of this after I'm able to get a chance to use them extensively. But Piccolo seems pretty good to me. I'm not really too concerned about him. He still has arguably the best active skill in the game. And Superhero now, remember, the data download hasn't happened, so keep in mind that Orange, Piccolo, and Ultimate Gohan are going to be right here. We now have a huge roster of Superhero characters just since Blue Goku's come out, GDC. And then remember, AGL UI Goku's still usable in some spots. Tac UI is usable in some spots. Beast is as well. And the Gammas, I do plan on doing a video for the Gammas as well. Sorry, I've had company over, so I haven't been able to get to some of the stuff. But Gammas, those boys, I think, in some of these fights will be able to do some good stuff, right? Yeah, Gohan, where we're going to see him at his best, of course, is against Ki Blast Super Bosses. Gohan will decimate them, for sure. Like, this fight, Gohan will foderize. 200% base stats in the Big 26. I could see it, but I'm just curious about this, because, remember, Piccolo and Gohan, remember, they're LR EZAs. So their stats, like, their actual, like, the character's stats are very big. So, like, Piccolo has 17,000 defense. That is an obscene number. Like, let's just look at these characters. They have 11,000 defense, and they have 11,000 defense. So, we do need to keep in mind, right, that, and it's because Piccolo right here, he has 200% attack and defense there, 200% attack and defense there, but then you get up to 200% attack and defense there, right? He can get some multiple turns support right there. He can get another 100% defense before attacking right there. I don't think that this is a huge deal, especially when this guy's at 17,000 defense. What's Gohan at? Gohan is at 12,000, so his is much lower, but he's got a lot of stuff. So here's French YouTuber said no. Yeah, Bio Broly, again, is a fight specifically made for dodge. He goes slot 1, turn 1, anywhere other than built-up Bio Broly. After that, it's just a solid utility unit. Even struggle of built-up debuff Rose. Yeah, but this is, remember, I've talked about it for a while now. People use this as a tool of evil, really. Like, there's, like, calcs. To me, calcs are just a weapon that's made good or evil by who is doing the calcs and what, like, agenda they're trying to push. That's kind of, like, the big thing, right? So, like debuffed Rose, not. I'm not going crazy if he can't handle that. Now this is a good point right here. What is the 11th anniversary content going to look like? I personally think the Battle Broly fight is fine, as long as it's like Cell Max is not like this times 2 or some shit, right? Like if this just remains like in the rotation, in the discussion of tough fights with the other fights, you know, with the baby fight, maybe the Metal Cooler Core fight, even some of the other recent ones, yeah, it makes sense. It's fine. But like if this is a stepping stone, oof, can be really crazy because it'll lead to, oh my god, these new characters are so broken, they're so awesome, they're so great, but like then a lot of the rest of the game gets kind of like left behind, right? So I do think this is a valid concern. Still waiting on that. People mad at them? Not mad. Hope they don't meet the same fate as Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Kid Buu. I don't know. I feel like those characters have been pretty usable all year. I mean, they were not like gods or anything, but yeah. So, okay. This is a weird thing. A lot of people were thinking that Orange Piccolo stacked. And he never did. I think it was people were looking at Dokkan info, and just the way it has it displayed, yeah, like a lot of people were thinking that he stacks, but he doesn't. His 50% defense is just for one turn, right? Like these were never stacking characters. So, but like a lot of people were looking at Dokkan info and they saw that and they were just like, oh, like he's not stacking anymore. That's a huge problem. All right, yep, so no. Piccolo can't tank in slot 1. See, that's not true. He can. It's there's a difference with Bio Broly where you basically need to be touching Bio Broly. Chance of 40% damage reduction? Yeah, no, Cecil, no worries. It's just saying he gets extra 40% crit and damage reduction. I think the wording is just a little iffy, but it's not like, oh, like there's a 50% chance he enters the turn and he's got that stuff. No. It just means he gets that extra compared to other parts of his kit where he's got 40% crit there, 30% damage reduction right there, right? It's not like it's this is up at all times. Yeah, don't worry about that. Link and Physical Gohan, anyone other than AJL Kid Gohan shocked when he takes damage. Well, okay, yeah, so next to AJL Kid Gohan, it's going to be massive for him because, I mean, we're going to get All in the Family up. Oh, he doesn't have Saiyan lineage. Okay, I would have thought that this guy had Saiyan lineage. But we'll be able to get All in the Family up with several good characters, right? We have AJL Kid Gohan. There's End Future Gohan. Oh, yeah. This Ultimate Gohan, LR Physical Ultimate Gohan, he should be pretty good on that future Gohan team, I'm thinking. Hell yeah, dude. Maybe we could even do like a hybrid Saiyan setup. That could be good. There are a couple of good All in the Family characters kind of like scattered around here. So, okay, that's pretty good. That's good to see. Any unit that completely dominate release will always get a safe EZA. No. This is not fully correct. The Anniversary Dokkan Fest exclusives are safe. Like, they are going to be, they're different. They're on a different, like, Dokkan has shown the last couple of years, they treat the Anniversary Dokkan Fest EZAs differently, right? Orange Piccolo and this Physical Gohan are not an Anniversary Dokkan Fest. But the Spirit Bombs, the DBZ Spirit Bomb and the GT Spirit Bomb, they are going to get treated nicely. Yeah, okay. Sometimes you got to keep in mind with some of these private server showcases that are before the data download, these are manually inputted. So, many of these videos, okay, like I just say this very matter-of-factly, very calmly. Many of these pre-data download videos have mistakes all over them. It's just a fact of the matter because it's manually inputted. It's not by the game itself. Once they're in the game from the data download, people who do private server stuff, they're just copying what's in the game. But this is manually inputted, and most of the time, well, a lot of the times, there are minor errors. So I don't really take any stock at all into footage pre-data download. No way. Absolutely not. So keep that in mind. Piccolo used to get 30% damage reduction with his heal ability. Why would they nerf it to 15%? Well, Bud, because they put a lot of that damage reduction just baseline that he's got now. Yeah, the reason they did that is because he has a baseline, dude. Like he right? Like it's he has way more damage reduction, kind of like at the start, like on any given turn compared to just being below that. Yeah, this is where people run into problems. If you have this mindset, you're going to be disappointed all the time. What I'm just telling you guys right now. If this is your mindset with EZA characters, you're always going to be upset. You're just always going to be upset. It's not going to be the case. If it's an Anniversary Dokkan Fest character, sure. But if it's not, you're just going to get bummed. Double-digit tank, a weak super like Metal Cooler. I would have to imagine that both of them, in a good situation, they will be able to do that. All right. So let's see. People not understanding Piccolo's role as a first turn slot 1 to being a giant form supporting unit. Always be... Yeah, that's true. Yeah, turn 1, even in Bio Broly, I'd imagine turn 1 he could probably do it. It's once you get to... Like, if Piccolo would start in the second rotation, he's not going to be able to go turn 1 from there. But, yeah, okay. If you're running full superhero, man, guys, turn 3, I mean, this shit is still going to be practically a win button, dude. That's not going to change. That is not changing. Remember, how many of these fights have locking and shit? And this gets around locking. Yeah, don't want to forget about that. Bio Broly's an anomaly fight. I don't know if I want to call it an anomaly fight, but it's just very clear. This is structured to be a dodging fight. That's the point, right? Like, it's like, but it's not like, oh my god, they power crept the entire game, because fucking, like, Tech Blue Kaioken Goku, it could be good in here, right? Like, AGLUI Goku is one of the strongest characters in the game in here, right? Like, it's just the fight. This fight is designed around dodging, because that's what Trunks and Goten always do. Everyone cries about no more power creep, but when the units take damage, they should. Going bliss about unit strength means they want power creep. Well, I mean, yeah, usually if our characters get, like, super, like, busted shit, it does usually mean that the bosses are about to get stronger as well. Only on Twitter, yeah. They held back an Orange Piccolo. Gohan seems really crazy to me. Because it's so funny. Some of the heavy baiters who said Ultimate Gohan, had no problems back in the day. The major issues of him with his struggles for ki and additional normals, they completely took out of his kit. So, I guess the devs agreed with us. I'm very excited to use Ultimate Gohan. Again, we'll see. We'll see what it's going to look like once they come out. Not a fan of non-anniversary Dokkan Fest exclusive LR EZAs. Who are other ones? Let me just double check here. So, Dokkan Festival exclusive LR EZAs. Okay, Vegeta and Trunks, we could say Festival Merchant. Okay, so I can understand that, sure. And then we're all the way back. We're all the way back to anniversary. Okay, so they'd be referring to the Namek LRs, which I felt like they did their role fine. Honestly, you could even say the same about Vegeta and Trunks. I feel like that this point could be true or not true, because those 3 LR EZAs do their job, but they're also not, like, able to be used everywhere at full power and shit like that, right? Quite good. Ultimate Gohan feels like more of an equal to Orange Piccolo than before. Yep, that's good. Okay. Don't have enough damage reduction. Anniversary right on corner. We'll see what's going to happen with this. There's no way to tell. I've made this point many times. This year feels like 2022. Going into 2023, they didn't start power creep until a while into the year. So, I don't know, guys. I'm not really too... Let's see what happens with the power creep before we start man in the red alarms, right? Like, I feel like let's start, screaming and, oh my god, it's so terrible once it actually happens. Twitter users and private server users only care about big numbers. And if they take damage, they suck. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Alright, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Gohan and Piccolo. Not going to be too long until these boys are out. Going to be really fun to see them in action. They are going to be fun. I mean, yeah, I think Bio Broly will be able to kill them. But I think these two will pretty easily be able to sweep the game, though. I feel like we will go into a lot of these fights with some of these superhero setups, and we're not going to have any problems, chat.